channel, Simmer Down. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to take the time out to give you a little backdrop about who I am, where I come from, and what got me started with YouTube. My name is Natasha. I go by the name Tati. I am originally from New York City, Corona, Queens to be exact. I left Corona, Queens, New York City, and what brought me down here to North Carolina was I was a victim of the 9/11, and I just couldn't take it anymore, being scared 24/7 because they had bomb scares and army men with rifles walking the streets, you know, and just the planes going over my head 24/7 because I did at one point lived very close to LaGuardia Airport. So yeah, I needed a change, and I had came down for a family reunion, and I was like, you know what, I kind of like it here. It's kind of laid back, cool, and I felt like I can, you know, live here. So I moved to North Carolina, and while I was in North Carolina, I just didn't know like what exactly I wanted to do, but I knew that I had a passion for cooking. I knew I had a passion for cooking since I was 9 years old. 9 years old, being in the kitchen with my grandmother or with my mom, or, you know, just any family member. I used to just watch them in the kitchen cooking. I used to like pull up a chair and sit there and watch them cook. And I remember my mom, you know, she would be like, listen, I have to work today. You're going to be here with your grandmother, and I'm going to create a list of things that I need you to cook. I'm going to tell you how to cook it on a piece of paper. You're going to read it, and you're going to just go through with it. And I did that. Like, when she did have to work late, my grandmother was there to watch me, so it wasn't like I was playing with fire. The only thing that I struggled with at that time was how to fry chicken and how to make pancakes and rice. Like, I don't know why. But everything else I was able to cook. You tell me, hey, I want you to bake a turkey. I'm like, oh, I got it. You know, it was just those three things. They're very simple. So yeah, I was in New York City. I lived in a household at one point that was bicultural. So I also picked up some cooking in the Caribbean areas. And, you know, just being from New York City, you know, New York City is a melting pot. You're most definitely introduced to so many different foods, and you accept it because it's like, that's New York City, like that's who we are. You can take us anywhere and we're gonna fit in. I started cooking and I enjoyed it, and I knew at a very young age, like, this is me, you know. But you have to keep in mind, during the early 90s when Emerald and all of them were around, cooking was nice, but you can never go to your parents and say, hey, I'm going to grow up and be a chef. I beg your pardon? I think you need to go back in the room and think about what you're going to do. So it's like I felt like I couldn't tell them that. Although my parents loved Emerald, okay, Lagasse, Bam Bam Bam, they loved him. But I just, you know, and I know now that they wouldn't care, like, if I would have said, hey, I'm gonna be a chef, because I think they already seen it way before I even seen that I was like into the cooking thing. It just took me some time to like really feel comfortable enough to express this to everyone. Like, this is what I love to do, this is what I want to do. As far as cooking, I would cater. I was working with a catering company, and I would hear people all the time like, you need to get a food truck. You need to open up a business. You need to do something, girl. Like, this stuff here is so good. I never really pushed it the way that I want to push it now. What pushed me more is that back in April 2019, all right, I felt a lump on my breast. I was showering one day and I felt a lump on my breast, and I was like, what the heck is this? This doesn't seem right. But I was trying not to be too scared, you know. I was like, let me just have the doctors look at this. So I'm gonna let them test it and see what's going on. So Around that time was my birthday. I went out to Atlanta to celebrate, but in the back of my head, I was like, I just hope that everything's all right with me. When I came back from celebrating my birthday, I got a call from the doctor's office, and they were like, "Hey, I don't know if you have time, but we need to sit down and talk with you." And I was like, "Sure." And it was like, "Well, we did the biopsy on your breast, and you actually came back positive for HER2 positive breast cancer, and we would like to start discussing treatment." I didn't even have time for it to sit in. Like, they're telling me I have breast cancer now, and that 90% of my breast was cancerous. It didn't hit me yet. I don't even think, even when I went through the whole treatment and everything, it didn't hit me. So they discussed the treatments with me and everything, but then they was like, we're gonna have to do some further testings, and maybe do a bone scan. We're gonna do a bone scan on you. We're gonna check to see if it has spreaded and it's like metastasized throughout your body to organs and everything. Call me ignorant, but I always thought breast cancer just meant breast cancer. I didn't know that breast cancer can lead to other things like bone cancer, like lung cancer, So I just thought when somebody say they have breast cancer, they have breast cancer. So they did the bone scan on me. They did, all of the testings as far as to see if it came from my family, and that came back negative. But the bone scan was different. It was showing lesions on my bones. So they were putting me at 5 to 10 years to live. You might have 5 to 10 years to live, because we see lesions on your bones. We see lesions on your ribs. We see lesions on your pelvic area. And now we're putting you at a stage 4 for cancer. Before it was a stage 2. At the time, I didn't know anything about bone cancer. I was like, what is that? And then I remember I said to the doctor, well, you can just chip out that part of the bone, and I can be good. And they was like, we can't do that. That's not how it goes. Once it's in your bones, it's in your bones. And then that's when it hit me. Like, wait, there's nothing we can do about this right now. Like, so you're basically telling me you're going to give me a treatment, but it's going to just be something that's going to slow down the cancer and give me a little bit longer to live. Wow. So then all of this stuff is playing in my head. I didn't live my life. I didn't go many places that I, always dreamed of going. I didn't start my cooking, career. I didn't do anything that I can say I checked it off my list. So I said, if I ever get another chance at life, I'm going to make the best out of it. I'm going to make sure that my cooking be the first thing that I check off. Before the whole cancer scare, I was already like tuned into a lot of vloggers and YouTube channels, and I used to see them like sitting at the table just eating, doing mukbangs and stuff like that, and they're just eating and talking, and I'm like, and they have like 95,000 subscribers. I'm like, huh? I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a YouTube channel. The fear was slowing me down. After I went through my treatment and everything turned out fine, guys. So I went from a stage 4 to stage 0. Once they gave me my treatment, they took the tumor out, they tested it, and they seen that it was no sign of cancer. So I am cancer free as of today. Going forward, I'm claiming it. I will not have cancer again in my body. So yeah, I said, I'm gonna start a channel, but I kept just getting scared, and I was like, oh, what if I start this channel and I just get all negative comments and dislikes and stuff? Like, I don't know if I can deal with that. But then after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do one video. That first video, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care how it comes out. I just wanna get it out. My first video was a smoked salmon omelet, and that was like sometime in February going into April, and right now it's almost at 200 views. Who would have thought? Not one dislike. People love it. People love it. And I was like, you see what fear does to you? Fear almost took me like to not wanting to do it. And I was like, I'm not gonna procrastinate anything anymore. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It may not be the best, but I'm gonna do it. And as time goes on, I'm hoping that I get the hang of YouTube. But I know that happens over time. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's like practice makes perfect. In order for me to be perfect, I have to keep practicing at what I'm doing. What my main concern is right now is just making sure that I have good content that you guys can follow through and create the same thing at home. It's just the creativity mindset that you have to have when you're cooking. I just said, you know what? I'm going to do a YouTube channel, all right? And I hope that I, have subscribers that look at my videos and just say, I can do it. This is like really easy and simple for me, and I can do it. I'm also kind of having something in the background, I don't want to say it right now, that I'm planning to do on top of my videos. I don't want to just do YouTube. I want to also take my brand out a little bit further. But I'm not going to share that with you guys just yet. I also want to give a shout out to all of the people during the time that I was battling breast cancer who was there for me, my friends, my family. And this shirt that I have on, I'm Living Bee, is a company called I'm Living Bee, who actually took the time out to raise money for me during my battle. You guys need to look them up. And I promise you, their products their apparel is nice. They didn't only help me, they helped the community out, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have some time, like, check them out, www.imlivingbee. This is the way it's spelled. The I is normally here, IMLIVINB. I'm Living Bee. And B doesn't have to, B can be whatever you want it to be. Beautiful. I'm living beautiful. I'm living bold. I'm living bad. I'm living beyond. Whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be the female dog version. No. So I most definitely want to shout them out because they helped me raise a lot of money in one day, and I'll never forget that. So check them out. I want to close this video out by letting you guys know that life is short. We don't know how much long we have here on this earth. And if there's a passion or if there's something you always wanted to do, just do it, because you may not have long to live. And to not let fear stop you from living your dream. Fear can completely suffocate you and stop you from growing. Once you let go of fear, you will grow and you will be able to be more open to so many things. Don't let no one stop you from living your dream. If it's something you want to do, don't worry about what people are going to say. Don't worry about what they're going to do. Just do it, okay? Because, the funny thing is that some of these people who have a lot to say, it's whatever you're doing, they want to do it, but they're too scared to do it. So they want you to be just like them, scared. If you're going to be a person that's going to subscribe on my channel, all right, Tati's channel, Simmer Down's channel, on this channel we have no fear. We're not scared. There's a lot of things I went through in my life, and to other people will be like, Oh my, but I'm not scared, you know? Life is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen next. But what you need to know is that today you need to live for today. Don't worry about tomorrow, don't worry about next week. Just worry about what you're doing today. Before I close this out, it's like a lot of things going in my head that I want to say before I close it out. Is that okay? So I fought the breast cancer. Just recently, I had reconstruction surgery. All right, so I have a boobie. But my reconstruction surgery is like, I basically hit a bump in the road with it. So my 4 to 6 weeks of recovery has turned into a little bit longer. I want you guys to know that I really truly had it in my head to put out a video every week for you guys to watch. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I'm going under reconstruction, I have restrictions. I can't lift no more than 10 pounds. I can't twist my body and all that other stuff. So I'm going to just take it easy. I am going to have special guests on my show. I want to make sure that my channel is not just focused on me. I want to make sure that I can give other people spotlights, you know, especially my friends and family. They have a dish that they're comfortable with showing you guys on camera. Hey, you want to be on Simmer Down while I recover? Huh? Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have a few people who are comfortable to be on my channel to show you a dish that maybe they love or they're good at. And I'm also going to have my little girl. She's going to be on my channel making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She has been watching her mommy do a few videos, and actually I caught her one day making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich as if she was on camera. So I think she's ready for this. And plus I think it would be good for her because she's actually learning about communication and how to break down what she's doing. So public speaking, you know, this is a start right here for her. So yeah, you're gonna see her on the videos, maybe 1 or 2 videos, or maybe more than that, I don't know. But I know for sure I just need a little bit more time, okay, to recover. And I promise you, when I come back, you guys better be ready. Thank you guys for taking the time out to listen to my story. I hope that I give somebody a little bit of encouragement. If you like this channel, please click the like button, subscribe, share, share, share. Share with your friends, share with your family, share with whomsoever, all right? And until we meet again, please, please, please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.